Hey everybody, this is another tactic series. Okay, I'm thinking about this. This is bishop on b7 and queen on. No, queen can send delivery check, but knight goes in front. We want to mate at g2, right? And one thing I'm thinking about is directly going queen f3, and then next queen g2 to mate. What's wrong with that? Queen f3, he can say check. This is the problem. So I first take that pawn with the bishop with check. If he takes, there is no other option, right? If he takes, I say check with the queen. He goes backward again, and then I mate it. This is the way to go. Okay, just one moment. I tell you what happens. This is the natural idea you think about it. Okay, let me tell you the first idea. The first idea is to say check, and if he do nothing, then we mate on g2. But he has a simple knight g3, and then we lose because we already sacrificed 2 rooks apparently to open this line. And another natural idea is to go there with the queen and say, if we do it like this, we take it, and then suppose he do some nonsense, we mate it, right? But he doesn't do nonsense. He says check and enjoys the game. Apparently this is a perpetual check, according to engine. I don't know. So what I thought about is that, okay, this is this pattern, this nice pattern, that to mate on h1, like after check, the good thing about queen is that it covers g3 square. Like the king cannot come to g3, cannot come up, so goes there, and the only place is here. The same pair, like similar pair, bishop and rook, can deliver similar checkmate, but the difference with queen is that in this case queen forces the king to go to g2, but the rook cannot force it, and some other piece, like you should have a knight on f5, for example, to cover g3 and force the king to go to g1. Sorry, I said g2, I mean g1. Okay, let's go to the next one. Take it, bake it, right? Take with check, and then next check, and then bring the other rook. What's wrong with this? Take that pawn, check. Is it possible to not take it? I don't think this is possible, but let's say he doesn't take it. He just goes away, like goes to from h1, g1 to h1. Then what can I do? What's the plan here? The plan should be easy. I just play queen, some easy move like queen. I'm thinking about queen d1, no, d3 to attack the rook, and once he takes my rook, then I bring the other rook with check and deliver mate. Sounds reasonable plan. Okay, let's see. Take it, takes. No, let's see the main scenario. If I take it and he takes, then I say check with the other rook. He cannot go to the f3, he cannot come up because queen d3 is mate. He cannot place the queen in front of the king because I take it with a pawn. He just moves the king away. Then I play queen g3, g6, sorry, queen g6, and next move I want to say mate, and I don't see any way to counter it. Let's see. So queen g6, and is there a way to prevent it? I don't see so. Okay, I had to play quicker. I saw this immediately, but to explain it and to prevent any blunder, because I failed some tactics because of many blunders. Okay, here first move comes in mind is rook b8, but rook b8 allows the king to escape, and there is no good check after that, right? But queen b8 might be the way to go. Queen b8, king goes up, then rook b7. King has to... then again queen b7. Then king has to go where? Exactly. Queen b8, king d7, queen b7. If king goes to the e line, then I play rook e1 and pin his queen and win it. And that wins the game. But he doesn't go to the e line, suppose. He just has the only square he has is the d6. Goes to d6. What should I do here to force it to go to d line? I don't see anything forcing, actually, to be honest. Okay, b8, d7, b7, d6, a6, queen a6. Again, doesn't go to the e line. It stays in the... a6 is not possible because his queen takes my queen. No, that's trash. Trashology. Another thing is... another thing I see is maybe rook b8 is not that bad. Rook b8, king d7, queen f4, f5, queen f5, then king escapes, right? Queen f5, king escapes, or rook b7, king escapes. What if I play queen takes f pawn? And what is my threat? Nothing. So rook b8 is very sharp in a sense that the all next moves should be with check, because I will lose my rook. Or I should move the rook again. Rook b8, king d7, rook b7 this time. King c8 is impossible, king d7 is impossible, d6 is impossible, king c6 is possible. No, it's impossible because I will check it with the queen or with the rook, with everything, and he will soon die. Or is it possible? So let's say I don't think this this should be that complex, right? And it couldn't be super complex. Check sequences should be finished. We should be able to finish it in 2-3 moves. Like at least after 2-3 moves, we should have a clean plan for the future. It's not just say check to see what happens and calculate. You cannot always calculate. You should see in advance what is happening. Okay, queen b8, and there is only one option, d7. Rook b7, there is only one option, I believe, and that should be e6, and that's fine, right? Can I do anything extra? b8, d7, take on a7. Still he cannot go to the e line. I think taking on a7 is very nice because I will have a passed pawn, but the point is that I will be mated in one move, so I shouldn't let him to have any chance. Okay, so let's try it completely. b7, b8 plays only move e7, take a7. He either goes to c6, c6 is losing, I think. c6 is losing, or d7. Doesn't matter which one he goes, we can bring the rook in. So let's do it. This is where I say you should see the plan. Okay. Let me tell you what was the idea. I told you we should see the plan in after 2-3 moves. Okay, he's threatening to mate me. I calculated rook behind and nothing happened after 2-3 moves. I didn't see any plan. Here also I thought about doing this, and then this doesn't help us because it stays in the D line, and yeah, it doesn't work. We should prevent our own mate. Alright. Also, I don't have this check because it takes my, as you can see, it takes my queen. So all of them fails. Well, what is the reason? The main reason is that my queen or my rook are alone. They cannot work together to deliver mate or anything. So what I did was to take this pawn. So clearly if it goes here, as you have seen, I will pin the queen and both preventing mate and winning material. So let's suppose he goes here. What happens? Then the rook can join the attack. Okay, this is what I say. After 2-3 moves you should see the plan, otherwise it's not just calculating check. We are not like engines, we cannot do that. So this is 1, 2, and here rook joins. This is the third move. You already see the plan. Okay, the plan is that I have 2 heavy pieces attacking the king. What the king can do, if it goes here, it's the complete queen, right? Because check behind. And if it stays, it tries to stay here, we have like tremendous amount of checks, and this check forces to give up the queen, because if we go here, for example, this or any move is basically queen. Engine even says don't take queen, mate it here. Yeah. Okay, this was a nice puzzle, and the way you should calculate in the game, you should see the big picture in the end instead of quickly trying to calculate quickly all possible moves. This is not in, we don't have this power. Actually, I don't have this power, and I'm rather good in calculation, but I feel I don't have this power. Okay. Clearly queen takes g7 is very nice move, right? Traps the rook and there is no way to defend it. But what is the counterplay here? Suppose we take the rook, and let's count the pieces. We are up a rook and that's it. So we should find a way to consolidate. He is trying to attack us. Oh, I don't know. Let's take it and wait for it. Okay, I take the rook and then he brings the knight out. I don't know what happens. Let's take it and see. And here, clearly, if I ignore this knight, is it bad or not? I ignore this knight, for example. Even I can play queen, bishop d3, because after he takes, I take, and this bishop is a shelter for my king. Another move I'm thinking about is just simply queen takes h7, because it can come back to c6 at the critical moment. So let's do it. Oh no, I hate this type of puzzles. You are up, you just should consolidate. Oh, this was better. If he takes my bishop, I take back. That was easy. But we missed it. Check with the queen at e6. King runs away. We win some material here, right? We win a knight, but winning a knight is not a big deal, right? Let's say check. King goes to h8, because if king goes to the h7, I say next check at f5 and capture his knight. Still I feel that's not a super interesting move, because yeah, I say check and capture his knight, but it's not a big deal. Another move that but is there any other move except saying check? Let's say this check. And what about the next check? I say the next check, he goes on, and then I take, he takes. Okay, I think this is the way. I say check, he goes on. I will say check with the rook this time. He takes, I take, we check, and let's say check. Okay, this is good, because no, if I say check with the rook, he go takes, and then I take with check, he goes up again. I say check again with the queen, and then the last check with the rook is a mate. Oh, okay, he can sacrifice the queen. So let me tell you what was this about. This was about not capturing the knight, but delivering mate. Yeah, he goes in, and after I check, if he captured this rook, I take it, he goes back, and this is a typical mate pattern that you should know about it, right? Or if he tries, at this moment, if he tries to push this pawn, doesn't help much, either rook or queen can deliver the mate, right? And oh no, even here is better, because it doesn't allow him to do anything. And what else I wanted to say? Okay, one thing I was concerned about was that after this check, he might come here, okay? Then in this case, after this and this and this, he comes up, right? This was a little bit more complicated, but I said, let's do these two checks to see what is the reaction of the black, and then continue. And here, yeah, the good thing is about this beautiful pawn on e5. It prevents king coming forward, right? King should go backward, and it's a mate. If there wasn't this pawn, this king could come up like to d6 and escape. Okay, guys, today we had a good progress, right? We had, okay, we didn't have progress compared to few days ago, because like during weekend I played shitty, so I lost a lot of points. But compared to what we had, like we progressed 20 points. And if I wasn't explaining the moves, I was able to do it faster, but it doesn't matter, and get more points, but it doesn't matter. We just steadily, but slowly but steadily improve. Have a good day. See you.